Hello again, Food Braggers family. It is yet another delicious day in my kitchen, and I'm going to share what I'm having for dinner with you. I hope everyone is doing okay out there. If you are a returning subscriber to my channel, thank you so much for always tuning in to see what I have for you. And if you're stumbling upon my channel for the first time, this is Food Braggers Network. I make delicious recipes and I share it with everyone. And I challenge everyone to replicate my recipe, test it, and if it tastes delicious, then they earn the right to brag about it, because I love to brag about food. So today I'm going to make mushroom rice. It is such a delicious recipe that if you try it, you will always want to make it all the time. So I'm not going to spend so much time because I want to dive into it and show you how I get this recipe done so that you and I can have a delicious time. Before I get started, I'm going to turn my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit at broil and allow it to warm up while I get my recipe ready. So now while that is going on, I'm going to get started. Here I have my dry bowl, and what I will be using will be organic ghee oil. You can use any kind of oil of your choice, but I like the taste of this oil in this recipe. So I'm going to scoop about 2 tablespoons into my bowl. So I put it there for just 1 minute and have it melted, and then we continue from there. There it is, it's ready. So now what I'm going to season that pan. First I start with salt. This is pink salt, but you can use any salt of your choice. Salt is to your taste. I'm going to start little because I'm going to also put more salt later. And I have rosemary. You could use about a tablespoon or more of rosemary. Black pepper, about half a teaspoon. I'm going to add some of the spices again. And now I do have curry powder, some basil. You could change these spices for any other spice of your choice. If you are new to spices, please always start small. Do not add the same quantity that I'm adding, because I love spices and I've been having spices for so long. So if you are a beginner, just add little spice at a time, and then make sure that your body loves what you have. Then eventually you can always add more spices if you so desire. So now, having seasoned my oil, the next thing I'm going to do, I have 4 cups of Bella mushrooms that have been diced into these sizes. This is actually canned Bella mushrooms. You could use a fresh one if you want. So this is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to add half of this at the bottom of the pot, of the pan. I start with half of that. So now the bottom of the pan is covered with my mushrooms. What I do have here is also spinach. I have almost 3 cups of spinach here. So I'm going to add some of that as well to the bottom of the pan. I do have here diced onion, about 1 large onion diced into this. And I also also do have some garlic that have been diced. About 3 tablespoons of garlic. So this is half a cup of jasmine rice. You could add more rice to your recipe if you want. This is for one person, which will make about 3 servings. I'm going to eat this about 3 times, but so I'm using half a cup of jasmine rice. You can use any other kind of rice of your choice. So now I'm going to spread that rice into the mix. I'm going to add half a cup of water. I've already measured it. I have 1 cup here, but I'm going to start with half a cup. And then if later on I need my rice is still hardened, I now add more. Remember, all rice are not the same. Some rice will get soft faster, while some takes longer to get to soften. So the amount of water you add should be based on the kind of rice that you are going to use for your recipe. So that's half a cup of water that I've added. Now I'm going to season it more with more salt, because I want salt in all parts of that recipe. Like I said earlier on, salt is your taste. And now I'm going to put more of the seasoning. Spread the remaining mushroom over the rice. So the rice is embedded in all this. The remaining spinach, and now the remaining garlic and onions. Now I add a little bit more of the seasoning to the top. Just a little bit more. The same seasoning that I had used earlier. I'm just sprinkling a little bit more to make sure that the top of this is also seasoned. And if you've been watching my videos, you know I love spicy. So I'm going to add some red chili pepper. I'll spread that in. And now I do have cheese. Any cheese of your choice is what you use, and it's optional. You do not have to put cheese, but I love it a little bit cheesy. And of course, this is Lent season for those of us who are Catholics. You can always have a vegetarian meal. If that way, the days that you have to fast from meat, you don't have to worry. You just make your vegetarian rice, mushroom rice, and then have it. Otherwise, I'm going to add a little bit of this cheese to it, as much as you like. So how much cheese you add to this depends on how much you love cheese, and like I said, you do not even have to add if you do not want to, but this makes it a little bit more creamy and very delicious. I'm going to cover it up with foil paper. I'm going to allow this to broil for 40 minutes. 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 minutes. Okay, Food Braggers family, moment of truth. It's been 40 minutes since I put this in, so let's take a look at it. Here it is. It smells really good. Oh my goodness. Here is our mushroom rice straight from the oven. Now, moment of truth. I'm ready to dive in so we can see. Oh my goodness, look at what it looks like. I can't wait for this dinner. So one thing I didn't also say is, so you can pre-cook your rice before you add to the recipe if you so desire. Sometimes you have rice that you do not know the texture and how long it's going to take to cook in this recipe. So you pre-boil it, get it tender, and then you add it to the recipe, and that you are sure that your rice will be cooked. But however, jasmine rice, that was what I used. Let me give us the verdict. The rice is tender. The mushroom is really still crunchy with all the ingredients mixed in with the cheese. Oh. Absolutely delicious. Guys, I challenge you to try this recipe at home. Please do, and post your comments because I want to hear how you love this. And if you do like this recipe, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Like, comment, share, be a part of the Food Braggers Family Network, and hit the notification bell so that you'll be one of the first to be notified once I have uploaded new videos. Please help me grow my channel. Thank you.